Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed the video about penguins and learned a lot of different things. What was something that you learned about a penguin? Tell the person next to you, or you can tell your parents. I'll give you a second. Make sure you're thinking about what you heard in the video. Okay, let's look and listen. All right, so whatever it was that you learned, I want you to keep that in your brain because I'm going to ask you about that in a Flipgrid video, okay? And you probably heard that penguins stay warm by getting into a big, gigantic circle or a big huddle with their family, okay? Another way that penguins stay warm is by their waxy feathers. Because penguins swim a lot and they live in cold places. And you know, when you're wet, have you ever stood in front of a fan and felt how cold it is? Or even when you go swimming, and if it's a little bit of wind outside, you get a little bit more cold? Yes, and that's exactly why penguins have waxy feathers. The waxy feathers allow the water to just flow right off of them and allow them to dry up really fast so they won't get too cold. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a science experiment. Yay, with penguins. All right, so what you're going to need is a spray bottle, some crayons, scissors, a piece of yellow construction paper, and of course markers and pencils. And you are going to need 2 cutouts of penguins. All right, so now remember I said that penguins have waxy feathers? Yes. Did you know that crayons are made of wax? I just found that out too, so it's okay. All right, so what you're going to do with your 2 penguins, you're going to color one with crayon, and then you're going to just draw an outline of a penguin with marker, okay? And we are going to compare the 2, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray both penguins with water, and we're going to see how the water is repelling. We're going to see how it works with the penguin that has the waxy crayon, just like waxy feathers. And then we're going to use the one that doesn't have the waxy feathers, that doesn't have the crayon, okay? So we're going to start with the marker penguin. All right, so I have my spray bottle. I'm going to spray 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I feel it. It's starting to shrivel up. The paper is really, really soft. And you can see the watermarks on there, right? Let's spray it again. Let's see what happens. Ooh. I see it dripping. You see? The marker is melting off. You see how when you don't have waxy feathers, the water tends to just stay on you and make you soggy. All right, let's do the waxy feathers. This penguin has wax on it. Waxy feathers. Let's spray this one. Let's see how that goes. Ready? Ooh, look. Do you see any water dripping? No, not that much. It keeps the water from staying on them and it keeps them from absorbing the water. Spray it again. Oh, I see a lot of water spots, water dots. It's not that much water on it. Now let's compare. Let's look at the one that has the waxy feathers and let's look at the other one. Do you see the difference? Yes? Yep. So that is how penguins repel water. They have waxy feathers just like crayons. They have the same kind of feeling on their feathers like crayons do. Okay? So now what you're going to do with your penguin with the crayons, you are going to glue it onto the yellow construction paper. And I want you to label the body part. And I will post a picture of what that will look like. Now, I don't want you to look at my picture and copy it. I don't want you to do that. I want you to do your best work and make your own penguins. And I want you to label your own. Pre-K, what I want you to do is try to use the beginning sound. Okay, for example, if this is the foot, what sound does foot start with? It starts with f. It starts with f. What letter makes that sound? F. Good job. So I want you to try to label the first sound on your own, the beginning sound on your own. Kindergarten, I want you to use your sound power, okay? And sound out all the sounds that you hear. Sound out the words like arm. What sound do you hear in arm? Okay? Or eyes, okay? Or belly, okay? Use your sound power, okay? Use your sound power. Parents, it is okay if they spell it wrong. As long as the letters make sense, it's okay. They do not have to spell it correctly. It does not have to be spelled completely correctly, okay? Let them be as independent as possible. And I want you to show me your pictures. All right, go ahead and get started.